I'll tell you what, one of these distractions in politics played out overnight when 60 Minutes did a profile on Lidia Thorpe, the Victorian renegade senator. Here's a little bit of her exchange with Karl Stefanovic.
I don't intend on running again.
Really?
Oh, definitely not.
Why?
Well, I'm 50 next month, Karl, and I don't want to become an old crusty politician with like old daggy ideas.
There you go. Apparently 50's the new old.
Well, I'm stuffed, aren't I? I'm 50 and 2 weeks old, thank you very much.
I tell you what, though, the thing with Lidia Thorpe, this idea she's not going to run again. This is like Rob Oakeshock and Tony Windsor when they crossed camp. I said they'll never run again.
Yeah.
And they, oh, yeah, we'll run again. They never did. They never had the guts because they knew they wouldn't get re-elected.
Right.
She's not running again because she knows she'd never get elected. She only got elected under the Greens banner.
Yeah.
Now she's left them. She would never get elected in her own right.
I just wonder why... and admittedly, I was out last night. I didn't see the interview, but I just kind of wonder why you'd bother. I don't understand. It'd be interesting to see the ratings. I don't understand the attraction of a profile on Lidia Thorpe. Personally, I think she's been quite a divisive figure, and as you said, Chris, there's been a great deal of distraction around her. If you look at, I like to try and remind people they work for us. And that, you know, they are on our time and on our taxpayers' dollars. And I just look at that and go, well, why would you amplify something that I don't think has been particularly useful to the Australian people on a practical level?
Yeah, I think she's just such a divisive figure, Ali, and that's what you can't get away from, someone who really wants to turn Australians against Australians.
Yeah, and she lives by the sword, die by the sword. No doubt, well, she got a bit of a reprieve and then will die by the sword. But, you know, as you said, she has been elected or she's on our dime. Therefore, I wanted her to do a better job. And I can't help but ask if she would have been better at her job if she was a little bit more conciliatory, if she wasn't as fiery as she has been. And I would be saying that whether she was a man, woman, black, white, green. Doesn't make any difference who she is as a person.
Well, there's this little clip from the Senate that I've showed many times before, but to me it is the most pertinent question about Senator Lidia Thorpe.
What kind of person do you think I am?
Yeah, what kind of a person do we think she is? Well, she had another crack at giving us an answer to that on 60 Minutes last night.
I'm not this angry, crazy black woman out there that hates white people. It's just not who I am. And you know what I love? Senate estimates. Because I feel like Black Judge Judy when I'm asking those questions in there. I just sit up there like, yeah, come on. What questions am I going to ask you today?
It's like everything.
Was that just a cuddle? Like that? I didn't watch it. I mean, obviously it was a profile, a softer profile, but again, it belies the seriousness of why people are actually in Parliament earning that kind of money. And in the case of member Monique Ryan flying business class in a 1-hour flight from Melbourne to Canberra, $27,000, that's our taxes at work.
It is indeed.